manageable. So it got close where I was like, man, it'd be really hard to not take that wholesale fee and have the, essentially like that risk free return almost. But it, end up taking it down. We're about halfway through the rehab right now. And then it should be one of my biggest wins to date.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
let's see how many avenues you got. You got Airbnb, you've got
Yep.
rentals, you've
Yep.
got rehabs.
Yep.
What else?
And then probably and then a wholesale. I just hadn't as far as the exit strategy continuum.
Right.
I've really I haven't done a wholesale because again I could do 2 weeks on a wholesale but I've had a number of rehabs that only take 4 or 5 weeks, so it's a big question I got. Hey, why don't you just do a wholesale, which just minimal stuff, just quick in and out, but with the relationships I've built with contractors, and then being able to manage it and pre-plan as far as finishers, fixtures, materials. Everybody just gets in and gets rolling. That it's not a big difference of time to do the deeper rehab.
Right. So this allowed you to actually do this full time now, right?
That is correct. So March 1st, 2024, so about 6 months ago, I left my full-time job and am doing real estate full-time now.
Okay. That congratulations. That's amazing,
Thank you.
right? And so
Yeah.
with the different avenues that you're doing, you're getting a lot more deals. Everything seems to be running smoothly operationally and stuff like that. It's amazing because when you think about it, I was thinking about it the other day. Plumbing. If I were to tell somebody that there was a hole in their plumbing, that immediately sets up a red flag, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a hole in my plumbing. However, every plumbing system has a vent pipe. Because if not, the water's not going to flow quick enough. The more
Right.
holes you put in, the more flow comes out. So the more opportunities that you put out there, whether it be through wholesaling, through rental properties, through rehabs, Airbnbs, the more cash flow you're going to have in the end, right? And it's not going to slow down because you always
Right.
have an inlet, a constant stream of air pushing the money your way. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's great, man. And do you have more goals going forward? Like what's the end goal?
Yeah, just continue to grow and scale. Like that's one thing we didn't touch on there. During a couple years ago or 8 years ago, I went back to while I was still working the bank job. Before this really got going, I went to grad school. I got an MBA, and so learned a lot of entrepreneur. I did it more for on the business and on the finance side, right? So I could grow and expand in my career there. But it really kind of gave me a view into things from an entrepreneurial standpoint. I didn't even take the business development entrepreneur classes, but in grad school, it's a lot more. It's just kind of prevalent in everything, and so kind of really taking a lot of those higher level strategies of for business and really just applying it to my real estate model. So that way I can probably the interesting thing when I talk with other junior investors and just seeing what how it's really my business is really snowballed, and they're just like it's gonna sound like very egoy, but like just kind of blown away. But I think a lot of it is just taking that and just understanding like, hey, here's how to really grow and expand and use leverage in a short period of time to really just kind of continue to grow. In the beginning, it was just, hey, I took one finish to end. It closed on the sell side before I bought the second one. And then, just continuing to, while I had that day job, just taking all the capital, all the money made and just continue to put it back into the business. To this day, I've even since leaving my job, I did put aside some money in savings. So I've just been living off of savings and continue to use the business to fund itself to continue to grow and expand. But that's probably going to change here towards the end of the year. But yeah, just continue to grow, add more rentals, add more areas, do more, do more deals, doing more direct to seller. I've been bought a lot from wholesalers. I did go to the courthouse steps. I did one at auction. Just trying to find new ways to find and evaluate deals, and continue to build them out, and then keep some along the way.
Now
As
now
far
the
as
next step is getting your wife not to work, right?
yeah,
Getting her to
And I've been,
retire?
I've been planting the seed. I've been planting the seed, on the weekend. So I did go and get my real estate license. So I handle the open houses, I handle the listings, and it's a lot. And when it's on the weekend, sometimes she gets a little like, oh, and I was like, hey, more than happy, you want to get your real estate license, more than happy to, have you, work them. And so, I've been kind of planting those seeds, and, I bounce the ideas off her, and she's aware of, things with the business, to where, yeah, it could, it could lead to that way. So we'll see how that goes.
Excellent. Get her involved, man.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Excellent story. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I don't think so. A lot.
No, that was a lot, right? Yeah. All right. Richard, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to share your story. Guys, the only way to move forward is to take action, but you also need education if you want to pick up momentum. Go to lirea.com and hit the mentorship link to find out how you can get the same fundamental education that Richard took. Special thanks to Richard and everyone that helps with the podcast, and to you guys for listening. And until next time, peace.